This is our annual old-fashioned Christmas tea at the Fort St. John North Peace Museum. So the museum is all decorated for Christmas, so people can come and look through our exhibits, see what ornaments and trees and special exhibits are up. And they also get tea, so sandwiches, goodies made by wonderful volunteers, all homemade goodies. So there's a good assortment, and it's a great chance to catch up with old friends. So we have everything from homemade ornaments, things made out of foil from candy wrappers, candles on Christmas trees, to more modern ornaments like some of the ones behind me that you would have bought out of, say, the Eden's catalog in the 30s, 40s, 50s. And then we have more handmade ornaments, everything from items that are sewn or quilted to even woodworking items and ones like turkeys made out of pine cones. Nowadays, we seem to buy into a much more commercial Christmas, whereas back then you were really lucky if for Christmas you got much more than some candies and some nuts. And if you were super lucky, your parents may have handmade you some presents, such as some gloves, or made you a doll or building blocks, things like that.
My parents came here in 1946, and there were 3 girls, myself and my 2 sisters. And we did decorate the tree, but I think the main thing I remember was that we always had a stocking, and it had an orange at the bottom, it had a coloring book and crayons and some things to keep us busy because we weren't allowed to wake our parents too early. So I remember a friend of my mother's sending me a beautiful book called Bambi. That was 1947. I still have that book. And I think we got clothes, and Mom would make things for us, like an outfit. But we used to have lights. And tinsel, the silver tinsel was always draped over the tree. And I can hardly remember what else we had on the tree because it got covered up with tinsel. Oh yes, and I always put on the calendar to come to the museum, and I love it because they have their china cups.
I guess my most memorable ones were when we never had the opportunity to buy gifts and things like that. We made whatever somebody could wear, clothes, moccasins, mitts, and anything we could embroider or knit or crochet or even woodwork. And we do sing good old-time Christmas carols. That's my favorite. It's getting together with the family and having good things to eat and good time.
Back in the day when I was even a teenager growing up here, if you didn't have everything you needed by noon on the 24th of December, you couldn't get at it again until the 27th of December. Everything was closed up, all the stores. The odd, what we would call a convenience store today would be open. All the big stores now were closed right up until after Boxing Day. What I enjoy about Christmas now is the grandkids. Christmas was always, that's what my mother said, was always for the kids. The adults had their fun, but Christmas was basically for the children and made sure that all the family was together, and that's what we do today.
I remember when I lived in Lethbridge, my dad was United Church minister there, and I remember the house we lived in had a little heater upstairs, and I remember as kids we all would run up there in the cold mornings and sit on that heater in the hall and get warm before we went downstairs to open presents. Well, I like being with family more than anything. I have 2 boys. One lives in Edmonton and one lives here, and we always get together at Christmas with the family. That's what I enjoy.
We're open. You can come and see us decorated. If you didn't make it in today, we'll be decorated until about January 5th or 6th, and then we'll start taking things down. And Christmas is also an excellent time to stop by our gift shop and stock up on books and other gifts and support your local museum.